Hey, what's going on? King Kevin Show. We live in the building. I hope all is well, all is good. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. Today is June 4th, and I hope that we all enjoyed ourselves and everything and all that good stuff. Now, what we're going to talk about today, privacy and relationships. And I hope everyone uh, can relate. This is a grown folks type of conversation, so beware. And of course, I'm your host of the show today, King Kevin. And last week's show was about should Christians play lotto. Today's topic is privacy relationships, and we're gonna go over a few topics and a few things people have told me that they have issues about in regarding their relationship, and according to scientific research and surveys, what has been conducted. It's going to be an interesting show. So I hope I don't hurt anybody's feelings. But at the end of the day, I always want people to learn and to understand exactly what's going on and how to help their relationship. That's why I do the King Kevin Show. It's to empower people. And we still here today. I think this month makes it a 10-month anniversary. So I'll be celebrating a year doing the King Kevin Show, believe it or not. And it's been by the grace of God that we've been going and pushing forward with this show. All my supporters, people who help me with the sound check, people who help me with, you name it, calling in. Of course, you can call in 305-600-5916, 305-600-5916. Big shout out to my sister. It's her birthday today, Darlene. She calls in sometimes, show love and everything. I always appreciate her and her love over through the years. She's up in the age, so happy birthday, sis. And also I'd like to give a shout out to Jacksonville. I was just in Jacksonville last week. For those of you who catch me and follow me, I was in Jacksonville doing the Black on Black Crime Conference, doing my workshop, how to remain focused while in the fires of life, which is something that has been very powerful since day one, since the inception of that concept and that idea. God has blessed me with a tremendous amount of talent and supplied me with a tremendous amount of support of talented people. That's what I really should be saying. And so big shout out to everybody up there in Jacksonville. Show me love. Jacksonville Landing. I kicked it over there. The Hyatt Regency Hotel next to the riverfront. We have some huge lobsters, crabs, shrimps. We had a real good time. It was truly a blessing and an honor to take part of it and to be there. I hope they bring me back. My workshop was outstanding. It was about 250, 300 people in the audience. One of my biggest audiences definitely this year. But I know one day I'm going to push towards 1,000. And it's not that I just want to get in front of people and talk, on a microphone like I'm doing right now. But it's really about being able to inspire other people. I've been when I wanted to give up, on the brink of giving up and quitting. So I never want anyone else to fall in that footsteps or anywhere near than that. But it's all good. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. I love you all. I bless you all. So let's go ahead and get back into the show. And let me say something right quick. All right? I got to do a quick prayer. That the Lord bless us. God is great. God is good. Thank you for your blessings and your grace. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. I pray everyone who hears these airwaves of positivity get encouraged, empowered, and prosperous in their daily lives. And may the King Kevin Show continue to go one way or the other. Let us be strong and diligent. Thank you. Amen. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I read this article online. There's two articles. One of them called Madame Noir. It's a website, huge blog. So shout out to them. They follow me on Twitter. I follow them on Twitter. They got a huge following. My Twitter's Courage, number 2, Believe. And also, this other article I read a Huffington Post. Now, there's a couple that actually wrote a blog and made it to a website called Infidelity. No, Couples Surviving Infidelity.com or .org. One of them. You gotta check it out. And I thought it was pretty interesting because the wife was cheating, the husband was cheating, and they decided to stick it through and make some money out of it. Help support other couples, relationships that has fallen into the pitfalls of infidelity, cheating, flirting, whatever you want to call it. But something that strikes me as quite odd about this couple. They were really glorifying, their flirting, whether it be online, in person, at work, whatever the case was. They really glorified like flirting, and there was like a limit you can cross, and it won't be considered cheating or against the relationship or whatever. It won't cause the relationship to fall. And I really couldn't believe that. And it just goes to show what type of environment that we live in today, what type of culture that you can be married and still cheat on your husband and wife and everything will be cool. It's not a big deal, so to speak. So that's what really, caught my attention when I, read that article, because I mean, you're married, so why would you be flirting in the first place? That you should be the last person, if at all, flirting with, other people. So, and the whole reason why I read this article was they had something very interesting to say about privacy and relationships. And the fact that many relationships, they don't set the boundaries as far as being transparent. Like how much privacy is enough privacy, or how much is too much privacy. So what they were saying was that when you're in a relationship, you should say up front what your limitations are as far as male of opposite sex relationships. If you're the wife or boyfriend, can I have girlfriend friends? I have plenty of girlfriend friends. Some of them, they have been friends of mine for many years. I mean, many years. Would I let them go because I'm married and I don't want to lose my relationship? Of course. I mean, you would be a fool not to do that. But there are many people that have no idea what kind of trouble they're going to get into if those boundaries aren't set. Because some women, actually many women, are just very flirtatious. And I remember once, back in my player days, that sometimes people can view your flirting as just, a matter of course. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal for a woman just to have a cleavage showing and to kind of lean over and let her nipples pretty much almost falling out, and that's cool because her nipples didn't fall out. Or a man to let's say he's at the drive-through. In many cases, I've been in drive-thrus and I'm giving money to the woman, but then for a man to go ahead and flirt with that cashier. And these store owners, they know what they're doing. They put the pretty woman at the cashier register, especially at the drive-thru, to put a pleasant face, at the establishment, which is understandable. But however, a lot of guys, we just don't know that we're flirting. We have no idea, how moist our words can make a woman become, and women, for the most part, they know what they're doing. They know how excited a man can be by the simple touch of her hands, or the way she says hello or good morning. Like guys pick up on that, and I know some women are naive. They have no idea, and they want to continue acting like they have no idea. But at the same time, we have to be conscious about these types of things. What kind of energy we're putting out in the world? Do I really want to continue conversing with a female that I know wants to get in my drawers. Like, seriously, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a thin line to everything, you know. There's a thin line to many of us who don't really understand the limitations of flirting, you know. And then you got the whole online thing: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google Plus, Black Planet, POF. What's the other websites called? Black People Meet, eHarmony. I mean, there's so many ways to get interactions with other people. You know, so many different ways you can go ahead and flirt with a man, a woman that you may be interested in, or someone you just want to keep an online relationship with. You have no plans of crossing that line of from the internet into the real world. Like, I'll never meet this person in the flesh, and that's, you know, is that innocent? Or is that cool, you know? I mean, is there a problem with that? Just because I'm emailing this person, they're telling me how beautiful I am and how sexy I am, and you know, and this could go on for months and months, and I've, you know, I just found out some of these relationships have been going on for years, and then eventually they meet each other, fly across the states, fly across different countries, all seeking that one thing, you know, that they're lacking. And that's that love, that counterpart. And I want to go into something before I get, you know, deeper into the show. The male and female private organs are counterparts of the opposite sex. You know, males have penises, women have vaginas. You know, the male's private organs are external, meaning they are outside of the body. And the women, their main private part, which is the vagina, is internal. You know, it goes into the body. And women have a negative energy. Males have a positive energy. Not saying that you're negative energy. Negative energy. Not saying that you're negative or positive as an individual, but naturally, women are negative, meaning that they attract. They have a magnetism about them. They attract the males to them. They attract that attention. They go after that attention. Males, we being positive energy, naturally positive, we give out energy. We produce. You know what I mean? We hand out that energy. You know, when a man ejaculates, he is giving energy into that woman. He's shooting that energy into her. As a matter of fact, true sex is a spiritual sex. It's a mental sex. It goes far and beyond the actual physical touch and kissing. You know, it's a mind thing. It's a spiritual thing. Some believe that when a man and woman is making love, in actuality, our ancient ancestors, they believe that when you're making love with your husband and wife, that your spirit is flying above you. Like, literally, imagine that. You're making love, and then you have your spirits intertwining on top of you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the reason why I'm saying this is to make sure that we understand that when you're dealing with the male and female sex, you're dealing with two powerful worlds. And when you are combining the two, whether it's through flirting, whether it's through relationships, whether it's through just, you know, common conversations or communication, what happens is that you're beginning to mix the two worlds. And what many people are doing when they're cheating, they are trying to mix the two worlds. They are trying to combine the person that they're cheating with plus the person that they're with. Now, when you're doing something like that, what you are causing is a threesome, really, in the spiritual realm. Because now you got three different worlds in one, and there's going to be a lot of confusion. There's going to be some trouble. And once a man gets caught cheating, there's no, going back from that. A woman is never going to trust you again the same way, because a woman is delicate. A woman is sensitive. She's like a flower. Like a bird. Like a bird doesn't fly anywhere that does not feel safe. It has to be in a peaceful environment. It has to be calm, collective. It has to be beautiful. And once a woman loses her trust in a man, I mean, she's pretty much through with him. You know what I mean? She's not really gonna be swaying him anymore. She's not really gonna give him that love that she used to. She's not gonna definitely just let him be about his business. She's gonna be snooping around every corner if she gives you another chance. And I want you guys to call in those of you who've been in relationships that has you know, a little difficulty in the relationships or whatever. But we all go through that. We all go through those little bumps in the road, and some of us have overcome it. You ever remember that movie called Enemy of the State with Will Smith, when Will Smith got caught cheating on Regina King, and they went through counseling, and for some reason when he came back, they got back together, and Regina King finds out that he's still having a relationship with the ex-girlfriend who they were currently in counseling for. That is a perfect way of shattering your relationship for good. It is not going to bounce back. It's not going to, it ain't coming back, man. You know what I'm saying? Trust is like the foundation of every relationship. Trust is the core of it. Yes, how can I help you? There's an echo. Hey, I'm hearing there's an echo in the show. I hope it's not bothering anyone too tough. But let me know when that echo goes away. Yeah, well, you can keep the door open, but just give me a thumbs up when it goes away. Thank you. You can leave it open. I thought you were doing something. That's why I said keep it closed. But yeah, but anyway, relationship is, you know, trust is like everything. I mean, it's like building a house on solid ground rather than sand. And once you destroy the foundation of a relationship, now it's always gonna be shaky. It's gonna be hard for you guys to get on the same energy, the same frequency. You know what I mean? And there's no privacy, you know. And there's one question I want to ask everybody. Do you think, first of all, side note, this is a sidebar, we're gonna park for a second. Do you think I should do the King Kevin show every morning? Shoot me an email, a message on Twitter, Facebook, because I'm thinking about actually doing it. ASAP, actually. So let me know what you think about that. It'd be like a 15-minute show, 7 o'clock in the morning, maybe 7:15, something like that. But I'm really considering it, so I'd love to hear your input on it. I have the equipment, you know, got the lights, I got the camera, I got the microphone. So I was thinking about doing that. But anyway, back to the show. Question. Do you think it's okay for a couple to be allowed to search through their boyfriends or girlfriends, husbands or wives? Well, husband and wife is a different story. But all couples, should they be allowed to view their husbands, girlfriends, whatever, cell phone records? And also, should they be able to check in their phone, should they check their text messages? I would love to hear what you guys think about that. Should that be, you know, allowed? Hit the phone 305 600 5916. That's 305 600 5916. And I'd love to hear your input on it. So, or what you can do is check in with me on the what do you call that? The comments where everyone's able to leave a comment somewhere on the side of the panel. Is that what it's called? The comment thing. What do you call that on the side on the show? It's called something like join the conversation, whatever. So shoot me a message. Matter of fact, shoot me a message on there, so we can see what's going on. I'd love to hear some of your input. Should a couple be able to view their mates' cell phones, emails, and social media? I mean, because honestly, only way a man's gonna gain the trust of his woman, or a woman getting the trust of her man. So women, don't think y'all off the hook. It wouldn't be cheating out there too now. Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, the lady who wrote that blog, she cheated on her husband, and he found out after about a year. and then he found out, so he started cheating, and she ended up going through his phone and saw that some woman texted him about a baby. So he told her, no, it's a mistake, and then just so happens that she actually was he actually had a baby with another woman on the side, and that's what caused them to go ahead and start this blog, Infidelity. I gotta look it up. Y'all gonna find it interesting. Yeah, caller, you hit up the King Kevin show, number 1260. What's your name and what you calling from?
Yo, what's going on, man? It's P. Cambron calling in. What's good?
Oh, P. Cambron. Oh man, where you been, man? We've been trying to look for you on the show for about
man, working hard, man.
You getting that cash. I'm glad you're able to chime in.
That's the name of the game. But yeah, let me go ahead and chime in real quick. But
before you go, where you calling from, my brother?
Naples, Florida.
Oh man, you balling again. Okay, neighbors in the house. What happened?
Man, I had to relocated, you know. But we'll get into that some other time, brother. But check this out.
Talk to me.
Basically, okay. Now your question was basically, does relationship should the partners be able to check that, basically get into as far as like privacy issues going into the phone, social media. Okay, here's my outlook.
Right.
I believe, now it depends what kind of relationship. I believe like a married couple, okay, there's no holds barred. You basically, you have that right, you have that authority over your wife or your husband to do what you please. And if they're not willing to accept it, and that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because, you guys made a vow not only to each other, but to God. So I feel like there's certain rights that you're allowed to have. Now, a
that's true.
Now, a regular, boyfriend, girlfriend, I mean, me personally, I don't believe, you should be dibbling, dabbling, and looking in the phone and whatnot. I believe if you haven't seen those telltale signs from your significant other, because we all know at the end of the day, it ain't no secret. You know what's going on, and for most of the time, you got a gut feeling what's going on with the person you're dealing with.
That's real.
So exactly. So I look at it like, if I got to do all that, that's just extras that come with bringing drama in the relationship.
That's just too much extra, my brother. That's just you ain't like. Hold on 1 second. I got a caller coming in 321. Yes, caller area code 321, King Kevin show. Where you calling from? What's your name?
Mildred.
You said it was Mattress?
Mildred, calling from Palm Bay, Florida.
Oh, Palm Bay in the house. What's happening? How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm thankful that you called in the show tonight. And so you wanted to say something about relationships and the couples, or what's on your mind?
Well, I just wanted to see what you were talking about.
Well, we're talking about privacy and trust issues in relationships. Like how much is too much privacy or not enough privacy?
Okay, I'm listening.
You're not listening to the show. I can't. I'll have to sit here and speak 20 minutes. But just answer the question. All right, let me ask you this question. We just asked. I'm not gonna hang up like most other talk show hosts do, because you didn't know what's going on. But I'm gonna explain to you. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you think a woman or man should be able to go through her man's cell phone, social media accounts like Facebook, Twitter, or emails to see if he is cheating?
No, I don't think there's any need for that. Once it gets to that point, I feel like they don't even need to be in a relationship together.
But what if the man was just cheating and he got caught, and in order to prove that he's not doing anything, he allows his female to do that? I mean, to make her feel better. You think that's part of the healing process?
She has to decide if she wants to look or not. I don't think it should be up to him to let her look into his social media or cell phone or anything.
Okay. I feel you. All right. Well, I guess it is what it is.
That should be his decision, not hers.
Yeah, you think so? I mean, now is this the same for married couples, or are you talking about just regular, boyfriend girlfriend trying to get to the marriage stage?
To me, in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, it doesn't make to get there. I'm talking about more of a married relationship, like a marriage.
Okay, all right, straight up, straight up. All right, well, thanks for your input on it. I appreciate it. I'm sure the callers enjoyed it as well. So watch the show if you can online, or just come check us out next week same time. I might be doing the show every day. I'm thinking about doing it every morning, but I haven't made my mind up yet. Huh?
Is the show over for today?
No, 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 no. We got about 30 more minutes.
Okay.
All right, then you be blessed. All right, you heard her. She said that it shouldn't be no need for it. To be honest with you, I don't think it should be a need for that, because if you don't trust them, why be with somebody you don't trust? Like for real, for real. So a lot of you ladies out there acting all crazy and all in your emotions, and also you men out there, because a lot of y'all men act too damn emotional. To be honest with you, this is my opinion. I don't know. Is it something in the water? Is it something in the Kool-Aid or in the grits? But man, it's too many emotional men out there. But what I wanted to say was that I mean, we all make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I think every man should be, a woman should be able to have one pass if they messed up. You know what I'm saying? You never really know the situation. It could have been something that was brewing, or um, their mind wasn't right. They were drunk. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, one of my relatives, I'm not gonna say any names, but they actually, true story, got another female pregnant while their wife was out of town in a way. You know what I'm saying? Literally, she has a baby right now. I kid you not. Handsome young boy. So I got another member in the family. But that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? He was drunk and the girl was drunk. They ended up being at a party. They met somewhere before, and they kicked it, and boom. 9 months later, a baby came out. Now he didn't want to have a baby with her, but he did want the baby. So, which I definitely commend him for that. He a great father. So big up to the relative. I'm not gonna say no names. Listen, King Kevin does not throw anybody under the bus. I never did, never will. All right, now let me go over a couple other things I wanted to make sure that I touch base on regarding that article. Now, I already said about you have to mention in the beginning of a relationship boundaries, like how much privacy, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I ask and then look at your phone? Would that be cool with you? You know what I mean? You have to discuss those things early on in a relationship. Don't wait until after you get hurt. Now you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, what's private or what can be transparent. Like, these things need to be set up front, like in the beginning. Just like finances need to be talked about early in a relationship. Just like, children, you know what I'm saying? What's your expectations of, like, marriage in the future? Things like that need to be, talked about way ahead of time. This is not ancient times when, you meet your wife the day of the wedding, when you take the veil off. As a matter of fact, in China, that's how it was in ancient China. You didn't see your wife until that day because the families already had everything negotiated. We're not talking about those kind of times. This is the 21st century. So bring things up front. Maybe not the first day you're dating, but beginning of the dating of what's going on and what your expectations are. Because on another blog that I read by Madame Noir, so hopefully they tune in or they call in, is that living in the past. That's another thing that causes a lot of problems in relationships. So if you constantly talking about the past issues that you had and the past, infidelity that happened, you know what I mean, then your relationship would never go anywhere because you're constantly talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Trust, of course, which is number one, and putting yourself first all the time. One of the main reasons why a lot of men cheat, to be honest, is because they deal with a lot of conceited women. Women that always put themselves first before their man. So when a woman comes along with her fine self, like Dr. Borshanger would say, with all those voluptuous curves, and she's giving him all this attention that you never was, guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna take a little dibble and he's gonna stick his foot in the water just to test it, test the water. The man's gonna do that. Men are visual creatures. You can say you love him, but if you're not showing that you love him, then it's just nothing but, talking in the clouds. Same thing goes to men. We got to step up and show our women we love them. Our women need affection. They need attention. Give them that. You know what I mean? I know women love to vent, so I let them vent. Friend or not. All right. And these unreasonable expectations, that's another thing that affects a lot of relationships. You can't have all these expectations about, the type of house you want, or we're not going to be together, how much money a man has to make, or we're not going to be together. That American dream, listen, that American dream is a facade. You know what I'm saying? That American dream, that is not for black folks. That is not our dream. Our dream was to go back to the motherland. So as long as women continue living this white American dream, big house, picket fence, dog in the front yard, then the man will always fall short. Because most black men, we are not in the position to purchase any of those things, maybe one or two of them, but that sets us up for failure, because once we don't meet your expectations, now you're looking sad in the face, and the energy of the relationship goes down the drain, and you don't want that. You want to continue increasing the vibrations of the relationship, the frequency of it, constantly building each other up. I wish I would have got this part ready in the book that I'm reading. I just read it last night. Actually, I finished it last night, but a book called The Original Guardian Angel, the African Woman, The Original Guardian Angel by Dr. Borshanger. He talks about how you have to make it your business every day to uplift your spouse, uplift your man, uplift your woman. You know what I mean? If you're having a bad day, you've been attacked by the world, then you should go ahead, detox yourself somewhere, before you get into the home, before you get into the other person's presence. Detox yourself, meditate, calm down, relax. Yeah, you on the vent, and he's going to listen to you. She's going to listen to you. But first of all, get rid of all that toxic energy. You know what I'm saying? Whoever interjected you with that negative energy, that negative spirit, while you're at work or you have some kind of business function, whatever the case may be, out at a public store, somebody disrespected you, detox, and then go ahead and then talk to your mate about it. You understand? Gossiping. Ladies, men too, especially men, because men are starting to be getting a lot more like women. I need to write a book on that. I just might. But gossiping about problems in a relationship, talking about problems in a relationship, that's the same, exact same, it's the equivalent, that's a tantamount of gossiping. Because what happens is that the people you're telling about the negative flaws of your mate, whether it be your friends or family, they're going to take that same information and go ahead and speak to other people in the family about that same issue, and then they're going to constantly bring it up, even though you and your mate probably passed that situation. People that you were gossiping to is going to always remember that person for that particular reason. And that's not what you want, you know what I mean? That's not what you want your family and friends to remember this person as some a-hole that had a bad day, a bad night, you guys got in an argument, you way past it, but now everybody's still holding that against the brother. Come on now. Let's be real. Brushing things under the rug is another thing that many of us, seem to love to do. You can't always brush your issues on the rug. You got to address them. Address the real issues. Talk about it. That's what we're here for. To talk, communicate with each other. If there's a problem that you had, let's talk about it. If something I said wrong, don't wait till months, a year down the road and then bring it up. I had a relationship like that once. I used to tell her, like, look, that issue you're talking about happened like 2 months ago. Why didn't you bring it up then? Why bring it up now? And we chilling and having a good time. And then you have people who like to bring up those issues when you're in an argument. And that's like the absolutely worst time. And you see how I shook my head? Absolutely worst time to do that. You cannot go ahead and bring up old dirt expecting to have a productive relationship because it's not going to work out like that, ladies and gentlemen. We honestly need to have these discussions as they arise, not months or years later. You understand? Now, the next thing, the first thing that causes many problems in relationships is denying the issues, ignoring the issues that we know that exist. Caller calling in. Let's see what's going on. Yes, it's caller from 7347. King Kevin Show. Talk to me.
7347. Kevin, what's up, man? It's Will. It's your boy Will from Pompano.
Will, what's going on, Will?
Back. Hey, what's going on, brother? You remember me from way back. One man army, you know we doing it all.
Yeah. No doubt, man. One man Will.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Man, it's all good, my brother. I'm just here grinding, man, doing the best I can to make as much money as I can to be a blessing.
That's cool, man, and I'm glad that you're doing all these positive things. You got the book out, you're mentoring and speaking at all these public places. You're definitely doing a good thing, spreading the word. I definitely appreciate that, brother.
Man, thank you.
Listen, I saw. I'm about to step out, so I was trying to catch a little bit of your live show, but I'm about to step out and pick up some food for the family.
You gotta eat.
I just wanted to call in and hold on a second, man. Wanted to call in and speak a little bit on the privacy issue. I've seen your topic, so I just wanted to add my little 2 cents on that. I don't know if anybody's listening or what.
Oh yeah, we got some callers and listeners. Go ahead.
Okay, I think from the topic I seen, you said should your mate be allowed to check your cell phone or social media, and I believe that yeah, why not? I don't see any problem in your mate checking any of your messages, especially if you're married or whatever. If y'all just dating or whatever, I think there should be some amount of privacy, especially if you're not ready to open up to that person.
Straight up.
If you serious about that person and you open with them and you know y'all thinking about getting married or whatever, I don't see why not. Now I don't say like use that like okay, you know, use it against that person or whatever, especially if you got nothing to hide. But at the same time, you shouldn't want to like keep them from seeing your stuff. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. I mean, everybody has their own like, you know, personal space. But I think once you become serious with that person, it should just be open.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think there should be a certain level of transparency. I don't think that you should be hiding, you know, completely everything you do on your computer or your cell phone or social media, especially if you're not doing anything. I think when you're really trying to establish that trust with that individual, like you want to show them that, look, I'm real about this, you know what I mean? I'm not dealing with nobody. Look at my text messages. I told all these girls, look, I'm in a relationship, leave me the hell alone. You feel me? A girl see that, she's gonna like that. That's how I see it. But all right.
As long as you open, everything would be so much easier if everybody was just open and honest with each other. So even let's say you were in not let's say like a not so committed relationship with someone, but you're at least honest with them. You say, hey, look, you know, I like you, we're kicking it and everything. But you know, my options are still open. As even, you know, some people may look at it as like, oh, that's messed up. You messing with this person or that person or whatever, you know. But at least he put it out there, and you, as you know, especially on the other side as a female, you looking at least you put that out there. So, you know.
Go ahead, you there?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm still here.
No, we listen. Man, you made a pretty good point.
So that's about it pretty much. I mean, I don't know how far y'all strayed off topic, but just speaking on that as far as the whole privacy thing, like.
I got you. Well, I appreciate it, my brother, man, putting your 2 cents in. Man, blessings to you, man. We gotta link up. We gotta link up one of these days, man. It's been a while since I linked up with you.
Yeah, most definitely, man. We definitely gotta link up. I see you doing, like I said, I see you doing big things. I missed out on the last. I think you're at the African American Research Library, and I was gonna actually come out to that. And I didn't even, normally I would probably just, shoot you a message or whatever. I think I still got your number. I'll shoot you a message to let you know I'm coming through. And something came up, so I didn't go to that.
Man, it's all good. I'm getting ready to post that video on YouTube. And we were filming from a documentary that's coming out next year. So stay tuned for the documentary. Text this number right here. Text me your email. So I can go ahead and, keep you in the loop of what's going on. But there's some major things going on. I just believe in the Lord. Somebody going to drop me a check for a couple grand. Hopefully 10,000 tonight. You feel me? I'm speaking into existence.
I'm sure you'll be blessed. I mean, we put that word out, man. You'll definitely receive blessings for real.
I appreciate it. Yeah, because we got the fundraiser, ongoing fundraiser since last year for it. So I definitely send some information, man, so you can pass it along. Have your people, you contribute to it. Cause I really want the community to support this film. You know what I mean? I don't want it just to be something I get money from grants or from the government. You know what I'm saying? I want the seeds coming from the community because it is for the community. So that's why I want the seeds from that. But at the end of the day, it's going to get done. So it's called The Courage to Believe, and we'll be in contact.
Okay, cool.
All right, blessings to you.
Man. All right,
take care. Yeah, you heard what he said. I definitely agree with him to a certain degree. There needs to be a level of transparency. People need to be able to communicate on what's going on in their relationship, to understand how and why, things kind of went through the cracks. Where did the communication lines break? Because once that breaks, man, that's everything. You can't even make love if you ain't got no communication, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make money together with communication that's broken. You can't see eye to eye when the communication is broke. So things like this, we definitely need to keep in mind. We definitely need to continue to have these sorts of dialogue so we can build up strong relationships, because if we don't have strong relationships, man, we got a weak community. With a weak community, we got a weak nation. With a weak nation, what are we? Just another country. Just another neighborhood. Trying to make $1.15. But believe it or not, 37% of spouses check their mates' cell phones and emails. On the slide. They kind of sneak into it. Let me just see what she up to, or whether they just trying to see how much money they got or who they talking with, who they communicating with. Some things need to be private. You don't need to be all in my business game room. You don't need to be all in my finances. You understand? Unless we business partners. If you're not business partners, meaning that we're not married, then you don't need to be in there. That's how I feel about it. But with technology today, it makes it so easy to spy on your spouse. And it's just as easy to check to see, what they're doing, who they're doing it with. But you can also, on the flip side of the coin, it makes it easier for you to cheat as well. Because it's so easy to have access to people that you will never have access to. You can talk and communicate with people that in an instant, in 1 second, something that'll take maybe a trip take you an hour or 30 minutes to get to, you could communicate with that person in like 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes to send out a message. And believe it or not, those text messages, they seem to somehow trigger, stimulate the brain's pleasure centers. The brain has 7 parts, and we're not going to get into that. We don't have enough time to get into that tonight. But the brain has 7 parts, and when you're able to stimulate the pleasure centers of your brain, now you're getting excited, you're getting horny. And believe it or not, text messages can do that. That means those messages on social media can do that. So we need to be redirecting our intimacy and energy to our partners, because once we're taking part in communicating with other people through the text messages, the emails, the social media, we are redirecting our intimacy and our passionate energy to someone that's outside of the equation. So eventually, you know that something's wrong with that because you know that if your spouse was to see or find out, they'd be uncomfortable. That would shape the trust they have in you, and you don't want that. But before the show ends, I want to right quick get into the Black History Celebrity of the Month, Mary Fields. If you guys follow me on Facebook, you know who I'm talking about. They call her actually, AKA Stagecoach Mary, you know, because she carries a gun with her. I mean, she does all sorts of. This lady was the first lady back in 1822, and I want to make sure my memory serves me correctly. But I definitely know she was the first woman to take part as U.S. Postal Service, which is pretty impressive because for a black woman, I'm sorry, it wasn't 1822. It was, she became a legend in 1914. But 1832 was the year she was actually born. No, we remember Mary Fields, the first African American woman employed as a mail carrier in the United States, and just the second American woman actually to work in U.S. Postal Service. So this is like groundbreaking. I mean, she really opened the doors for a lot of people. They needed to have some post stamps about this lady. You know, you see the picture I put on Instagram. It's an old lady holding a big old shotgun, you know, cocked and ready. So I want to know the story behind that. So I guess I have to read more. Why would she have a shotgun with her? To me, that symbolizes this lady was a warrior queen, straight up. Like, you know, Queen Nzinga out of Angola and Mumba in Africa. You know, she never missed a day of work. You know, she was very reliable. She earned the nickname Stagecoach because of her, you know, her presence. You know, she was a wide woman, you know, pretty big, wasn't like a skinny lady, beautiful black skin, and man, she worked even while she was 60 years old, man. That when she applied for the job at 60 years old, and they hired her because she was the fastest applicant to hitch a team of 6 horses. Can you believe that? To hitch a team of 6 horses, you know, that means being able to put 6 horses together for the stagecoach. And that's why she got her name, Stagecoach Mary. So she must have been protecting if I'm a gambling man, which I'm not a gambling man, I would say that she probably had that shotgun to protect the mail that was going into the stagecoaches. So I gotta look into this woman. I ain't gonna lie to you. So check my Instagram out at Courage to Believe, Courage number 2 Believe, and we'll continue on with the show. Now, here's some solutions to privacy in relationships. One of them is it's unfair to project insecurities or baggage from your prior relationships, your prior betrayals on an innocent partner and go searching for them, within them, faults. So you can't use your prior experiences of people hurting you totally against somebody. Joe had a song, and I wish I would have played the song on the show. Tonight would have been a perfect time for that song. There's a song Joe wrote years ago called Love Doesn't Make Any Sense. And those of you who are a Joe fan, you know the song talks about why is it always the good guy that always has to pay for the bad guy's mistakes. So he really didn't like that, you know, and I felt him because gentlemen, we want to be the best. I got a caller calling in to see what's going on. Yes, caller 3786 King Kevin Show, talk to me. You there?
Hello?
Yes, King Kevin Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yes, it's Anna. I'm calling from Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, how you doing, Anna?
I'm good. I'm great.
All right, Fort Lauderdale in the house. You had a question about the show tonight?
Well, yeah, not so much a question. Is it okay if I make a comment?
Oh, of course, of course. It's your world, Queen.
Okay. Well, I wanted to say that, so far I find it to be like very enlightening, and I think it's a subject that needs to be spoken about more. And I just appreciate that some of the programs that you bring, pretty much all of them so far, are about things that need to be, I should say, brought out and spoken about.
Oh, wow.
And there's thoughts that we have, and a lot of people have these thoughts, but they're not speaking about them. So you made a platform for us to listen and discuss and get online and listen to the program or whatever, call in and ask questions and comments. And you've answered a lot of questions for a lot of people. So I think that's good because we have a lot of things in our minds, and you have the courage. Because as your book says, courage to believe. Not just the courage to believe, you have the courage to speak it out to say it and carry it out. So I just want to say that I appreciate it because I think it's like a new wave of what the future is about. Programs like the one that you have right now. And I just would believe just for it to just grow, to have a wider audience, and so more people can be enlightened and aware. And it's a bit of a problem solver as well, and just takes a lot of answers into our heads as far as it's just a solver. It's a problem solver for a lot of people. Trust me, I know because I've spoken to some people about listening in on the show and so forth. So answers a lot of questions, so I'm just appreciative of that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Those compliments. I need to hear some good words. Those good energy like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I truly do.
No problem. And I'm being sincere. If I weren't, I would just be quiet. But I really do appreciate it. I mean, it means a lot more than you would imagine that it does. It does. It really does.
Amen. What?
Again, appreciate it.
Thank you, Anna, and I hope to continue pursuing this show and bringing out a lot more topics and giving us a opportunity to vent or to speak out the issues or even the good things, that we have going on in our communities from here, locally, or around the world. And I definitely, God has given me the power to do so and the ability to do so. Therefore, I'm taking advantage of the blessings He has given me. And I thank you for that. I truly do. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, blessings to you. You're welcome. Yes. I appreciate the love Anna just gave me. I really do. And I want to say a couple other things right quick before we get going. One of the ladies in the blog I spoke about, she mentioned it takes a village to make a person happy. You know how they say it takes a village to raise a child? It takes a village to make an individual happy. I don't agree, but hey, it's her world. But what I did like what she said is that she had many great men, friends in her life, but none of them would be friends with her if her husband didn't love them as well. And that to me was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's letting her husband know, look, this is a friend here, this is what it is. Yeah, we all could kick it, but we all gonna kick it together. It ain't gonna be no just, I'm with this guy and we out here at Kinko's or Starbucks. No, it ain't none of that. Unless it's business, only business, or prayer, because it's always good to have someone from your church or from another church or spiritual woman or man be able to pray with you through some things, because we all need to pray here and there. Believe me, I've been there plenty of times, and I thank God for my friends that I do have that are female friends. I also have male friends I pray with. It's just not female friends. So we need that counterpart. We need that person to be there to help us, more in the spiritual realm. Because there's a lot more going on in life in the spiritual, the unseen world than the physical, which we can see. A long time ago, our ancestors believed that only 10% of what we see is what's really going on in the world. 90% was the unseen world, and that's what we need to focus our energy and our time in developing the higher conscious level of thinking, and the highest level of consciousness is the Holy Spirit. But that's a whole nother topic of the show. But we all got to make sure we're on the same frequencies in this relationship, man. We can't be out here this ratchetness, just acting, cutting a fool because, violating our friends' privacy. Me personally, I have no problem with someone going through my computer, on my cell phone, on my tablet. I'm in a relationship. As a matter of fact, my last relationship, which was a year ago, I let her go on my phone. Like, look, whenever females kept calling me or texting me, I told them I'm in a relationship right now. And I was being polite with it. I didn't just ignore them and just jump ship. I'm like, look, I'm in a relationship right now with somebody I care about, and I really appreciate it if you don't, call me all kind of times of the night or text me all times of the night, because it ain't that kind of party. And most women, any real woman, should respect that, and that's the case. But anyway, y'all, that has been the King Kevin Show for the night. Stay tuned for next week's topic. We're going to get into something really deep, dealing with plastic surgery. That's one of the shows coming up. Confused women, that's another one. And a few other things. So stay tuned. Go to my website, KevinDorival.com. That's Kevin, D as in David, Orival. Or simply just go on the bottom link right here of this video. You see a link. Go to it. Check out my documentary, man. We're looking for support. Oh, and I get a chance to tell you guys, I met Grant Hill up when I was in Orlando. This is where I met while I was out of town, Jacksonville and Orlando. Grant Hill at Mall of Millennia. So look out for me, man. Hey, y'all, I'm waiting on Grant Hill to hit me up an email, because we got some things to do. We got some business moves to make. Met Willie Gary. Those who didn't see my trailer, Willie Gary's in documentary. I also met Tommy from Martin and Malik Yoba from New York Undercover. So I met all these people literally the same weekend, within 24 hours. So this past weekend was off the chain. I sacrificed a lot to go out there. I'm here now. I'm still doing my thing. Look, King Kevin Show forever. And be sure to find the king and queen in you, because we're all important. We all special. We all got dreams and goals. Go get it. Never give up. Keep moving forward. And may the blessing of the Lord make you rich and add no sorrow. I'm out. Yeah.